This is the video for Sagittarius moon. So the sign Sagittarius is ruled by the planet Jupiter. Jupiter is a very expansive planet, and Sagittarius moon, the sign Sagittarius is actually a mutable sign. So mutable meaning changeable, adaptable. And so people with Sagittarius moon, they're usually pretty positive people. They usually try to focus on the positive sides of life. They have a lot of emotional kind of / physical energy, because the emotional energy is connected very much to the physical body, and they look for they're kind of restless, and they look for ways to express that restless nature through their emotions. So they might enjoy overseas travel, they might enjoy hiking or camping, or things where they're getting a physical, emotional kind of experience. If that makes sense. They're usually pretty open-minded people. They love a laugh. They're sometimes loud people, and they love parties. They can be a bit of the life of the party, or if not the life of the party, kind of the loud person at the party. They might have a loud laugh, or be impulsive and very enthusiastic. So that's a key thing for Sagittarius is enthusiasm. So emotionally they're enthusiastic. They look on the positives. They try to take a positive out of even the difficulties of life. They are also very passionate about their own freedom, and freedom is very important to Sagittarius moon people. They're restless emotionally, and they're adventurous. So on the emotional relationship level, they're not going to be able to handle so much somebody that wants to keep them in a box or keep them restricted, or if the relationship's boring, they're going to find that very difficult. They're going to look for ways to either liven up the relationship by organising, trips away, or going to parties, lots of external kind of activities, because otherwise they will get bored. They probably are easily bored, Sagittarius moons. They are very independent, and their independence is emotional. It's also mental, and the way that they like to experience their life is based around this feeling of independence and freedom. So Sagittarius moon people might also have a fascination or interest in travel, overseas travel, so travel to far off places. They might have a dream of travelling, to the other side of the world, or an unusual place that not everyone goes to on a holiday, something that is, might have a meaning for them, or some kind of philosophical interest in a way. Even if they don't travel overseas, they would still be fascinated probably by overseas locations and people from other cultures. They might enjoy talking to people from other cultures and finding out their perspective on things. And because as I said, they are open-minded, and they are philosophical, and they enjoy looking at things from the big picture of life. So from an emotional perspective, because they're talking about the moon, they might enjoy researching about travel, or they might enjoy learning about other cultures, or things of that nature. So Sagittarius is also about higher learning, so they're probably not afraid to develop themselves in areas that they have interest. So if they have a passion for philosophy, or if they have a passion for a particular religion, or if they have a passion for their football team, they're going to be really passionate about it, and they might even because I'll just backtrack a little bit, because Sagittarius is ruled by the planet Jupiter, and Jupiter is such an expansive, huge planet. They kind of can go to extremes sometimes, and when I say extremes, I mean they can burn themselves out, because they have so much enthusiasm, so much passion for a particular area of interest, that they will really push themselves to just, well, it's not really pushing themselves, they just naturally have this it's a fire sign, so fiery energy, that's a passion that's always there, and they'll, if they're really into something, they're going to be really into it, and they're going to possibly burn themselves out if they don't regulate their emotions a little bit, or create some kind of balance. So they can burn the candle at both ends. They can, be up all night reading books that fascinate them, or researching something, or doing something that they enjoy. Sagittarius moons love to have fun. They, you know, on a negative side, that love of fun and freedom can sometimes see them slacking off. You know, where they might need to put in extra work. They might just think, oh, I couldn't be bothered, I want to have fun. Depending on the sun sign, of course. You know, if they've got a Capricorn sun sign or a Scorpio sun sign, they're probably not going to be that way inclined. So, actually I knew someone that had a Capricorn sun and a Sagittarius moon, and it was interesting to see that she would work all year in a very sort of boring job, as she put it, and it was not the most exciting job in the world, but she'd work all year and then she'd save up for this massive trip overseas that, you know, would be like a world trip that she'd give herself as, you know, a reward. So she had the discipline of the Capricorn and the work ethic of the Capricorn, but then the Sagittarius moon, she needed that escape and that, you know, ability to express the other side of herself, which was the love of cultures, love of travel overseas, and that freedom that comes with that. So they can be impulsive emotionally sometimes, as I said before. And another thing that I don't know if I mentioned already, they're quite opinionated, so they don't like injustice. Anything about injustice in society or in the world, you know, it sort of touches a nerve with the Sagittarius moons, and they can get very passionate about what they feel is right and wrong, and they can, you know, get on their soapbox and get quite high and mighty. And sometimes those with strong Sagittarius can come across as arrogant, or they might seem like a know-it-all, or that type of thing, because they are not afraid to express their opinion. It's a fire sign, so it's energetic, it's outspoken, and yeah, they will express their opinion, and they can be quite loud about it. They can come across as a bit preachy. I know that's something that I've definitely noticed with Sagittarians, but also Sag moons as well. But sometimes, because Jupiter is a planet with a lot of, it's a very gaseous planet, it's full of hot air, so in a way they can be not practicing what they preach. So that's sort of the dark side of Sagittarius, is that they can be very opinionated and sort of preaching to others about what they think is right and wrong, but they have the ideal in their minds, but they don't always live up to their own ideals that they hold, you know, they hold on a high level. So it just means that they haven't made it practical yet, because it is a very sort of it's not a grounded sign, the Sagittarius. I mean, it's represented by half man, half horse, so the energies are very much in the head area up here, and the ideals, and it's almost like the animal nature can be seen as a separate entity. And let's get to that actually, because Sagittarians and Sag moon people, they have that sort of, another sort of dark side is that kind of beast, the animal nature. So they might be into self-gratification to an extreme. They might, when they do enjoy themselves, they might just take it too far. They might, you know, overdo the good things of life, if you know what I'm saying. So, you know, they might drink too much, or they might overeat, or they might have those tendencies to just, anything that feels good, just do it to an extreme, you know, until they find themselves just spent or burnt out. So yeah, that's sort of the darker side, is the overindulgence and super indulgent nature, I would say. So it can be quite extreme in that regard. So they have big dreams, Sagittarian moon people. They have big dreams for themselves, and they have faith as well. This is one really good thing about the Sagittarius moons, that they have a belief that those things will come to pass, that what they really dream and desire will actually happen. So they have that ability to sort of see the big picture, where other people might not be able to see the big picture, and they can see that in the scale of their lives, that, you know, when they've had faith in the past, it's worked out for them. So they have that natural enthusiasm, natural positivity, the ability to have faith in themselves, which is a great asset, and a love of freedom. And, you know, they're pretty passionate, generally open-minded, friendly people. They love a laugh, and sometimes Sagittarius moon people are actually quite funny. If they're not funny themselves, they'll love comedies or anything where they can just relax and just laugh. So yeah, they love to enjoy themselves, essentially. Well, that's pretty much all I was going to say about Sag moon. If you've got a Sagittarius moon and you want to share, feel free to. and leave your comments below, and thanks everybody for watching.